When people don't understand, they don't contribute. Hi, I'm Mike Targos. I'm a retired Marine and leadership coach. We have a great idea on how to make things better. We love it. We came up with it. It's exactly what we need. We spend time working on a new process, making products, presentations. We put everything on SharePoint or store it in the network, send out links and emails on where to find it. We review it in a meeting, but people still don't seem to be using our new idea. And if it's a change, then there's a lot of reasons for that. You got to read John Cotter's Leading Change. But there's a more basic principle that extends beyond even just change management situations. And that is when people don't understand, they don't contribute. Sometimes we say to ourselves, well, if people don't understand something, then just ask questions. But you know that not everybody asks that question when they have it. So what you start to see is a slowing of progress, maybe even people ignoring the new process, the new idea that you have. And eventually the progress stops and it just turns into one of these additional management requirements that you've made for yourself. You end up chasing people down, asking what's wrong, and you end up taking time away from the things that you really need to get done. So here's a couple of things you can try. You need to spend some more time and effort in looking at how you're communicating your ideas. And I've mentioned this on a few posts, but if you don't feel like you're insulting people's intelligence from time to time, you're probably not talking about the new idea enough. Something I like to say is, just in case we're not all following along, let me take a couple steps back and review what led up to this. Because again, there's people out there that just aren't asking that question. And the other thing is, people don't hear everything you say. You and I are no different. We drift off, we lose focus, and we miss things that people are telling us. So one time is not enough. Another thing is, think about how much time you put into preparing slide presentations or maybe even written documents, and compare that to the amount of time that you spend verbally communicating with your people about what you want to get done. A lot of us spend way too much time on the production part and not enough time talking to our people. You should be flip-flopped. And the way I like to think about communication or two-way communication is, if it's not two-way, if you're not telling and listening, then it's not communication at all. So how do you solve this? Stop, close your mouth, ask people what they just heard. Watch for when you tend to speak minutes at a time. So how do you get somebody to brief something back to you? What you say is, Mike, tell me what you just heard me say. Or if you don't want to put somebody on the spot, you could say, could somebody in the group kind of read back what they just heard me explain? And that's a win-win situation, because you're either going to confirm at least one person's understanding and the rest of the group is going to hear them explain it, so it's not just you, or you're going to identify that gap in understanding with some real specifics said by one of the members of the team, which probably will open the door for the rest of the members of the team to say what they don't understand as well. Once you get past it's just you talking, a lot of doors open up. This is coaching, asking people to explain things in their own words so that you can work with them on it. And the theme through all this is just repetition. People need to develop their understanding. They don't get it one time. So what does this look like in the workplace? You and I, we tend to stop after communicating something once in most things. And for some routine things, that might be fine. But if you're introducing a new idea, repetition is the key. One time is not going to cut it. Worse yet is we don't let people develop their understanding. We jump in and rescue them. And anytime you do this, you're moving backwards. And most of us are well-intentioned. We think we're doing the right thing by getting the work done. But that's not what your top performers want. They want to figure things out. You assist, but they want to be in the lead of their own development. That's your top performers. Some people just want you to explain everything. But I've posted on this as well. You want to make your decisions based on your top people. For example, if you're implementing a new quality procedure and that consists of checklists, you want people to be able to find them on their own, use them correctly. But the way they learn how to use them correctly is by making mistakes. So you want to overview the new change, the new idea, but you want to let people loose a little bit to use it on their own. And if they make mistakes, that's fine. And maybe there's some situations where you can't afford that to make a mistake. Maybe there's something with a customer or something with big cost implications. But by and large, you want to let people make mistakes so they can learn. So when you're reviewing something with somebody, it's important not to step in too soon. So what does all this mean when people don't understand they can't contribute? Leaders want to get the most people involved in everything they do. The task at hand, that's more of a management task. And we all need some management and some leadership. Even if you're a frontline manager and all you're concerned with on a daily basis seemingly is the results at the end of the week, quarter, or whatever, you're still getting those done with people. So you do need some leadership skills. And leaders need management. It's not all about communicating the vision and inspiring. You got to get actual things done. But the way you take your team to the next level is by increasing the amount of people that can contribute. And assuming that's not where the team is right now, you're going to have to introduce new ideas. And when you do, don't assume understanding too soon, because if people don't understand, they're not going to be able to contribute. Hope this helps. Get a hold of me if you think I can help.